Surf was good.
Yeah, what up, my nigga?
You get them. You get those links working.
Yeah, I was just trying to watch it. I was just trying to double back on these, just make sure I wasn't crazy. That's all.
How did you catch everything live?
I caught some of it live. I caught DNA kind of washed hollow.
Yep.
Easy's second, his third is uber clear, like 10-7s type shit. I just want to watch this. I just want to watch this first over to make sure I'm not tripping. Like, the first is a debate. Like, you can argue the first if you want to argue anything. You can argue the first, but I still think that might be preference. But that might be a gentleman's 30. I don't want to call it like that until I just watch it one more time. But that might be.
Yeah, don't call it that because you owe me some
I
money.
don't owe you nothing. I gotta watch the battle.
Wait. I
got a
question.
No.
I got a question.
The bet was for Verb wouldn't get around.
That's a 30.
I got a question.
Right, then Verb wouldn't get around. He got round one.
I got a question.
That's
That's
all
only
opinion.
if you giving up that stumble though.
Huh?
Is
that's nitpicking. He just stumbled.
Bar
He
for
literally
bar,
just
easy
stumbled
I didn't
over
even
a
catch
word.
the
That's
stumble.
not nitpicking. If he stumbled, he stumbled.
He had a
right. I see.
No, I just think he was rapping
we
too
acted like it
fast.
was a stumble and he forgot his material. It was a stumble over a word
He literally
that
was like
happened
talking.
when
It was
it
like
was
the
two
flow.
words.
He
That
didn't
was
have a
very similar.
definitive
Can we
haymaker in his
stop?
first
Can we
though.
stop? Okay, hold on. Just stop, y'all. Just stop. Y'all giving me a headache with the bullshit.
I got a quick
Y'all
question.
giving
You
us
don't
a
go.
headache with the
No,
bullshit
you're
trying to
not
get
gonna have
Verb
a quick
around.
question when Auntie is talking. Now
Oh,
y'all
I
know
thought you
how
stopped.
this
My
run.
bad.
Brooklyn.
Them knows how this run. Let's not get new here.
No, I thought you stopped because you took a little pause.
Okay, baby, but you're still talking.
Go ahead, Auntie.
BK.
Here's what I'm saying. If you stumbled, you stumbled. I don't care if you stumbled over a word. I don't care if you just, caught yourself real quick and had to pull it back. A stumble is a stumble. We're not going to do that.
All right. So my question, what you saying? So my question is we get to the point where stumbles lose. You can lose a round with a stumble.
I think if
No.
runs are
I don't
super.
think that stumble alone.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. He was asking.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, he's asking Auntie. When the battle is that close and we have to nitpick, then you might lose a round over a stumble.
And
that first round, it was that close.
There's a combo back and forth. This is a combo back and forth, not an argument. So if we saying, let's say hypothetically the second and the third was 10-7 rounds, right? Those two was clear. So if two of the rounds is 10-7 rounds, then this isn't a close battle. So if it's not a close battle, are we judging a stumble? You said if it's a close battle. Easy and Verb isn't a close battle. I think we all agreed that it wasn't close. It's a debatable round.
Okay,
no, it's not close, but that round's close.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Starting in the beginning, that first round was so fucking close. It was razor thin. So I have.
So you was judging off the stumble. I got you.
That stumble.
I got you.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Did you watch it back?
Totally.
Did you watch it back?
Could you stop doing that, Stan? God damn.
Damn, I can't ask you if you watched the battle back, Auntie.
You can ask me when I'm finished talking.
I
have I
assumed you
changed?
stopped.
I'm the same person, baby.
One yourself.
When
man.
I'm
Just one
talking, let me get my bars off. The second and third is clearly easy. That first one, that stumble is the only thing that cost easy. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me go on mute so y'all can just ramble over each other.
My opinion.
So Auntie, could you?
No, I did it again.
Man, I be feeling like
I can't get my question answered. That's all I was asking.
What's your question, Stan?
I said, yo, Auntie, did you watch the battle back on the playback that came back right after? Yes or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you, with watching it back, heard the stumble, heard the difference in the rounds, and said, yo, the stumble is what cost him? I'm just confirming because to me.
Yes, I did.
Stan, I'm not gonna lie, this is not a smart question.
You asked me, and I said yes.
I'm just confirming.
My thing be, I think we feel like,
I feel like
as fans watching battles now, that's literally what we do. It's like we give everybody everything that they take. So let's say, like, you know what I mean? Like, we give the person that's the winner or whoever, we give people what they take, and what they don't take, by default, we give it to the other person. And I don't think it should be like that. Like, let's say if a nigga's wilding on a nigga for 2 rounds, right? And then his third round, the nigga that's wilding for the 2 rounds, his third round is his weakest round, but he's smoking a nigga for. So let's say that his third round would be better than the next nigga's round, but because his third round is the weakest of his 3, it's like, oh yeah, but the other nigga got the third. No, I feel like niggas be saving face for people, if you ask me. It's like, all right, cool,
Nah,
easy,
I had
easy
verb
took
1-0. I had verb 1-0 before easy whooped his
before,
ass.
yeah,
Right.
before
I have verb
I ain't
1
give a fuck
going
about
into the
the stumble.
second.
okay.
I just have verb material resonating better. That's all.
Yep.
What-
I have verb 1 going into the second round.
Okay.
First
And
time around, I
I
had
had easy 2 and 3 clear.
yeah. First time around, I gave verb the first, like when I first watched it, but on the rewatch, I like easy's round better. I give it
Yeah,
I gave it
I
easy.
feel like Verb,
Like, wow.
he came out aggressive in the first, and I wasn't expecting for him to bark like that. But his material still wasn't enough for me.
That's my thing. It's like like for me, like, and that's why you see I ain't say nothing. I just went straight to easy because I like whether I like the nigga or not. I went straight for shock factor, and I'm like, did I just like that because you know what I'm saying? Like, did I like it because and so I wanted to go watch it back to see if it's like, is this a good round or is this a good round from verb? Because it's a difference. Like, am I excited because this is a good
when
round?
I watched it, I felt like the first watch I was excited because it was the old verb.
Right.
The second time I watched it, it was, oh shit, he actually edged him because it was razor thin for me. Like I said, he actually edged him the first round.
Right.
But those next 2 rounds, easy cleared that.
I got a question. Is it considered a gentleman's 30 still if only the first is debatable?
Yeah.
No.
You good?
Yeah, same concept.
If the consensus got easy in the first, and that's the only debatable round, that's still a G30.
This battle took the same trajectory as the K-Shine and the Rex battle too. That first round's always debatable, but the uphill writing, man, I'm telling y'all, this is a generational thing we're seeing here with the way that he can uphill write for like 5-6 battles in a row like this. It's really special.
You take into account all his competition has shown up, even with Rex, Shine, and Verb. People count them out prior to them.
So when the last time Easy lost?
And they have good performances.
He hasn't lost.
I don't got easy with no losses on URL. I think he's undefeated on URL.
Yeah, he got a debate.
In my head, if I have to pick a winner, I pick Chess. But besides that, I'm losing her.
Danny was kind of a debatable battle.
It was debatable, but I still gave it to Easy. I got Easy undefeated on URL.
Stop with that Don Marino shit, Eunice.
So who's he getting next, though?
Him and Don Marino is not debatable.
At all.
I want to see
you just can't make that battle debatable. It's crazy.
I mean, after this chess shit.
All right, y'all can rewatch it.
Wait, Greedy, who said that?
Eunice. He's been saying that. He said that shit earlier too.
I'm dead serious though.
Yeah, I know. Stop it.
Yeah, we want you to stop being serious.
Stop it. Get some help.
Him and Chess both won that battle. I don't think anybody lost that battle. So
I never pick a winner for that one. But if I have to pick a winner, I always pick Chess. But I don't have to.
I picked Easy.
I always pick Easy.
But where's leg go?
I gave Easy
but the
that
code
round.
started shapeshifting.
I mean, it was 3
Bravo
clear
said,
battles.
"About to
There's
get a
not much to
bad
talk
bitch."
about from the night.
Dexter D, I'm thinking white coat, lab
Did
shit. Even
did Charlie
Powerpuff
Clips
Girls. Because what's in that poppy?
Did Charlie Clips
Magic.
versus Lou Castro? Did Charlie Clips versus Lou Castro not being on the card take away from the card?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think so, definitely.
Indeed.
It's Charlie Clips versus, because I seen everybody, like I seen different titles and everybody feeling some type of way about it. Is Charlie Clips versus Lou Castro a good enough battle to whereas if it was on there, you guys still wouldn't be dissatisfied?
Yeah, we're not like crazy. I'm not crazy dissatisfied. I think it was like a mid event.
It was an
only
average
3
event,
battles,
and it
so
would
I
have been
didn't.
a slightly above average event with Lou and Clips. That's just how I feel about it. I don't think it would have changed too much, but
it was like
Yeah,
a 6.5.
it probably would have been battle of the night. I think that would have been battle of the night.
I thought Clips was going to have one of the crazier performances on the cards, so it definitely took away a little.
To me, that battle don't make or break nothing. Like, it's like I could, if you were to, if you like showed it on the like card and then you took it off, I wouldn't have noticed. To me, for real, it wasn't a make or break it to me.
I feel like that was a decent amount of people's battle of the night, though.
Yeah, for me, it was mostly the stream issues with Verb and Easy combined with the DNA Hollow battle going the way it did for me. I was just like, okay. But Clips and Lou definitely would out.
DNA is really in a fucked up situation. If he gets a clear win, nobody really gives a shit, and he's gonna get shit on
Niggas
if he
hate
loses.
DNA. Niggas always discredit DNA.
Yeah, I'm not no big DNA fan, but he really has
I
a
am
bad
so
night.
part of that
He
clique.
rap 20 minutes.
People definitely
I am
fire.
proudly a part of that clique. I am a proud member of the
One mic.
I'm a proud member of the Hate DNA clique.
Why?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
More
crazy.
filler
He's
than
been
bars.
consistent for years.
Yes, more filler than bars.
What you got against
I'm not
me?
a filler fan.
That's crazy.
What you got against my man Gary? I mean Eric.
I don't know what it is. I think that as a culture, you are like just, and I'm just talking about URL fans. I don't really care about nobody else. I think just as a culture, this shit is trendy and it's like what we like to hear. I think URL and our type of style of rap is like if a nigga ain't talking about shooting up the venue and you know what I mean, not just saying auntie, just in general. If a nigga ain't talking about shooting up the venue, flipping guns and aggressively, you know what I mean, then his style is not appreciated. And you could like that is seen with everybody. Anybody that's not rapping about choppers shooting shit up, breaking niggas off and killing motherfuckers or trapping or something.
But that's whack when they're beating the niggas who talk about that.
Exactly.
I thought he angled very potently too tonight.
I can't name one nigga that's not in motherfuckers top 5 that rap about other shit outside of what we rap about. So for DNA to be performing at such a level, like Hollow's on my Mount Rushmore personally. You know what I mean? It's Clips, Hollow, Lux, and Mook. You know what I'm saying? So for DNA to be performing at the level he's been performing at since he was 16 years old. Like he's my age, like he's in his 30s. Like it's to the point where like I don't even listen to what DNA say no more. Like I mean, like I'm not worried about whether he win or loses. I appreciate the fact that niggas can't beat him. That's why I listen to DNA. Like it's certain niggas I'm like, I know I'm gonna play back an easy battle, or I might play back a chess battle. I might not play back a DNA battle, but I will watch it. To hate DNA is it's almost like hating Tim Duncan in basketball. Like he's the basketball player's basketball. DNA is a battle rapper's battle rapper. I can't hate him. You might not like him, but I can't hate him personally.
DNA to me is one of the most professional battlers. 10 years in, he don't choke like that. He's one of the most consistent. Him and Rucker up there, neck and neck. And when these new niggas come in, they can't win off him. And he's like,
man, it's almost like if you respect Clips, you damn near gotta respect DNA.
No, that's a fact, but I agree with Sir. I mean, he don't have that much replay value, Sir.
Hold on, let me say this.
I'm with that. I'm cool.
I'm not a DNA fan, but I'm not disrespecting him. Of course, I respect his craft and I respect how hard he works. But to sit here and tell y'all I enjoy him, he's entertainment for me, I'd be lying to y'all.
Right. Sir's right about everything he said. DNA just don't have no replay value for me.
I want to add
y'all
too.
Can say y'all hate his style then.
After tonight, I really think we really got to start mentioning DNA with the best anglers in the world right now. I mean, I think it's been gradually. You see it every battle, and especially a 30 over a Hollow.
I can agree
that's some
with
impressive technical shit
tonight. I'm sorry, Hollow was ass. And
Hollow was
really
he was, but DNA was great too, though. It shouldn't
DNA
be
was average. This is one thing I need everybody to stop doing. If your opponent is average and you're doing your normal, for some reason everybody's like, "Oh, they were great. They were great." No, his opponent was ass.
But
So
DNA was normal. I thought DNA was great.
Yeah, I thought DNA. I didn't think he was tearing the roof down.
He was good. He was good. He was good.
Just because his opponent was bad doesn't mean you got to take away from his performance.
His first round and his third round were great. His second round was cool.
He was sturdy.
I agree with that.
If we waiting on if we about to watch battles, depending on what the loser did to the winner, we gonna be here. We gonna hate battle rap. We gonna hate battle rap. That's like taking away. That's like taking away my performance because Twerk ain't show up.
Everybody does.
Nah,
his
second was cool, but his first and third were great. His first was amazing, and he was talking to him in the third.
I want to pose a question real quick. Obviously, I don't know how many of us really want to see DNA versus Lux, but do y'all have an idea of who you want to see DNA versus next?
No, that's not something I think about. I'm not gonna lie. But when it's time for him to battle, I appreciate it.
I don't either, but I was wondering if everybody to be honest.
Yo, that's wild.
Nah, because that's what I mean about the respect of DNA. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you look up and DNA is not on the card, it's not like we about to kick the door down and say, yo, put DNA on the card. But when I know DNA is battling, it's no way I'm not. He's a god, bro. Like, and you gotta understand, like, he's actually generations beneath like Mook, Lux, and Rex and them. You get what I'm saying? So he's like of our generation. Right. He's a god of URL generation. Like a god, like nothing less than a word of a god. Like he's not top tier, like he's a god in URL years. Like niggas don't understand. Like, man, that nigga resume is like his impeccable, bro. And then like my favorite thing is perfect attendance, bro. Niggas like DNA, Hitman, Hollow, like them niggas don't choke, forget. Now we talking about 13 years of nonstop raps and freestyles. Can't disrespect that boy. You cannot. Your favorite battle rapper that come in with them super duper pinned freestyles. If you told, the pin raps, you told the motherfuckers they couldn't use them, they be dead. Your favorite battle rapper can't pull up with a 25-minute round, whether you like it or not. Like some stuff you gotta like be like, that's just tough to do. Period. Like I don't care whether you like a nigga or not. Scoring 60 in the NBA is just not easy. Like it's just this is the pros. A 25-minute round. We thought him versus Disaster was an hour long, an hour against one of the best GOATs ever on the West Coast.
I think he said he pulled up with like a round and a half and like freestyle everything.
And freestyle, and they come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. I niggas like he's really one of them. You know, I get it. Like compared to like, right? Compared to like the Chesses of the world and Easies of the world, you know, DNA might be a backpack rap like type rapper compared to somebody. You know what I mean? But you know, like I respect, like, for example, like let's say like a motherfucker won't bring in like Tyler the Creator's pen is crazy, or you know what I mean? Like I said, Earl Sweatshirt, like Anderson .Paak. You know what I mean? Them niggas pens is crazy, but then when we start talking about rapping, it's like we don't bring them up with the, you know, the I guess the end rappers. But them niggas pens is crazy too. Yeah. I think that's why.
But when Tyler Creator drops an album, it's one of the
right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like a nigga be like, oh nah, Anderson .Paak can't rap with, you know what I mean, somebody that we like listening to in the streets. But it's like, dog, you're bugging. Have you not listened to? And it's the same thing with DNA for me. It's like, nigga, nah, I just think you don't like him, and you're not listening to what the fuck he talking about, because all that shit makes sense to me. Like, he didn't give.
We'll agree to disagree.
I got
that's cool. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just agree to disagree.
All right, I got a question then. Who's winning, DNA or Easy?
Against each other?
Against each other?
Yes.
We're going to all of us here are going to like what Easy says more. Period. Yeah. Does that mean that what DNA pins won't be crazy? No, but we're gonna like more, and that's what battle rap is turning into. It's just turning into preference. What I like. It's like a person will act like a person's pen is invisible if they like the other person's material. Like you could put together all 52 whatever states in one rap. Like it won't mean nothing. Like it doesn't matter at all that shit. Like I like what I like.
It wasn't always like that though.
No, I don't think so. I really genuinely don't. I genuinely don't think so. I think it was a little more respect running around here, like as far as just everybody. You know what I mean? Like you figure, like, come on, Cortez versus Hitman was a classic at some, like pulling a Cortez battle was a classic at some point. I think, you know, the fans.
I was telling
you know, with all these spaces and the fans being able to touch the battle rappers more and speak their opinion more, I think like fans have gotten way more disrespectful and way more out of pocket as far like, you know, like we sit here and act like, you know, if the spaces was, let's say, like the NBA, and you know, we could talk to our favorite basketball players. You got fans in here telling the athletes like, no, I'm not gonna lie, he didn't follow through good enough on that jump shot, trust me. But you're talking to basketball players, you know what I mean, type shit. Like, nah, we have become so close with our fans that our fans just, you know, it's rampant around here. Like this shit is out of control. But it's out, you know, we do that. You know, respect level is ridiculous running around this culture, if we being all the way honest.
But do you think a fan should be able to tell a battle rapper like, "Oh, you lost that battle, or you wasn't good in that battle," without being disrespectful?
Fans are paying this gold. Y'all pay the bills. If we want to be all the way tall, fans pay the bills, so a fan could say what they want. But like I said, I just think that because of
it's the respect level.
It's a respect level because of
right. That's what I'm saying. It's okay to say, you know, you lost that one, or no, that wasn't no good performance, versus saying you ain't shit.
But because of how but because of how close fans have come to the culture, like we'll say, you know, dumb shit like, yo, like, you know, Verb's not a Midwest legend. Like we'll just be like, somebody's just in the spaces,
okay.
You know, somebody just, because you have the you know, the space to say it, or you know, you have the mic to say it. You'll say, you know, a fan can say anything. Some stuff that's just not like, but you only say it because we're allowed. No spaces, no opinion. You know what I mean? So, you know, but nah, some shit just be, I be listening. Some shit be blasphemous. Like some of this shit be blasphemous.
I agree. I totally agree. That's why I said you have to respect DNA's work ethic. You have to respect his pen.
Yeah, but as a fan, if you saying you don't rock with that shit, that's easy for me to say, okay, you know what I mean? Because I don't rock with all of it. But I could like separate, you know, like I could separate my liking of something to appreciating, or you know, like you walk in a museum, you like, oh, that painting
I'm
is
a trained journalist. I can easily separate what I feel from what I see.
Right.
I'm a trained journalist, so there's no bias here. I see he's good, he's great, but I just don't fuck with it. That's just me. I don't fuck with
it. That's how I am.
Like, and I don't allow anybody to change my opinion.
I'm with you. I understand. I'm with you.
So you didn't see Top versus Sharon, sir?
That's Geechee. I said Geechee. I'm Greedy just sent me that shit. I'm about to watch.
I noticed people stop messing with T-Top. I noticed people like, I don't know what it is, but they're not rocking with Top no more. And Top's one of the people. He always has a consistent good performance.
Let's call it for it is though. He had a whole half a round with an angle about Sharon being Rain Man. That shit was not it.
And me personally, I feel like he hasn't. I feel like he's kind of declined a little bit in skill. Like,
I just
not
think
a little bit, maybe a lot.
I feel like he's been catering to like the angle master thing, and I feel like he's just been reaching for some calling Sharon Rain Man. You might as well have just punched with him for that round.
I think this is just a trendy culture. I think this is, to me, I think this is just a trendy culture, and sometimes you in and sometimes you not. So you look up and there's a new nigga and there's a new, and before you know it, you're not just in style. I just think that T-Top style, like, some people be at the forefront at the moment. Like right now, like Easy is one of the people that's at the forefront of the culture right now. Top had his time when it was like top. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't think it's good or bad.
It's the same thing that was with Suge.
I think it's a trendy culture.
People forgot who Suge was for a very long time.
That's
and
a
it was
fact.
like, yo, this is Suge. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This is Suge.
I think
but at the same time, he was stuttering and choking and stuff.
He went against the pins, and we realized that his pin wasn't on that elite level. But at the same time, this is still Suge. He was very good in the battle. It's just that if you lose one, everybody forgets you. They write you off. You ain't shit. And that's been running with T-Top since that coffee battle.
I mean, it's always like that.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the battle, for sure.
But T-Top don't be ass. Like, he's not showing up with half a round. He's not fucking up his battles. He comes up with like 3 solid rounds. I understand.
He always got rounds. He always got rounds.
But he's consistently good performances.
That's what shows you we're in a trendy culture. It's like you could pull up in the culture and just be like, you're it right now. Like, for example, like Easy's talents to the gods. You know what I mean? Like, we're not denying that at all, obviously, because he gun title. You know what I mean? So, I'm not shading. You know what I'm saying? Easy's what would be called in style right now. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, Twerk was in style. Like, even Geechee. Geechee's the face right now, but believe it or not, like, Geechee's just the face because of what the work he put in. Like, he was more in style. Like, it was a time when it was trending. Easy's trending right now in the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people had a time. That's all. It's just not T-Top's time right now.
So, niggas just be fickle then. The fans just be fickle.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to ride a wave until something new comes around or something else comes around. And then that's how fans, that's really how this culture be, for sure.
But you don't think it's because the angles that T-Top been taking ain't been hitting? To me, that football angle versus B-Dot did not hit at all. To me, Coffee beat him. To me, like, you know what I'm saying? He just, is it that he not in style no more, or have his angles been missing lately?
Well, I think he in style. I think the fans, like, when it's 2 or 3 new niggas that's dope, it's like subconsciously that's all that really be the, you know what I mean, be the focus. Like, to me, you know what I mean, if you ask me.
But get this, all them battles you're naming, him and Coffee, him and Easy, him and B-Dot, y'all might have him losing, but them was all battle of the night. Like, he's not ass. He's not bad.
It speaks to how consistent he is, but I don't think he's been doing enough to win battles.
But you can go on a downward spiral and not be trash. You just going on. You just having a little.
Even that, I think that's a fan thing. Like, you know what I mean? If you ask that, I don't think T-Top has gotten any. Like, it's like, let's say just a person in general, right? A person could not get worse, but not get better. So, like, let's say if T-Top was doing 80 miles per hour, I don't think T-Top's doing 60 now. I just think he's still doing 80. You know what I mean? Type shit like that. And people don't appreciate that. It's like,
I have to agree with.
They don't appreciate him.
I totally have to
that's
agree
and that's all.
That might make sense. I can respect that analogy.
Like, if you
pay attention, thing with Rum Nitty.
My fault, Auntie.
That's the same thing with
you
Rum
about to
Nitty.
say it?
Rum
Yes.
is so fucking good. He's so fucking good that when y'all hear Rum now, you're like, oh, Rum's okay.
Right. Yeah,
no,
you know what I
still
call that?
Fucking great. You're just used to greatness.
You're a victim of your greatness at that point because your standard is just you being good all the time. So it's kind of
that's exactly like that's exactly what happens. Like, we're talking about somebody. We're talking about a T-Top. Like, Coffee's not an easy fight. Easy's not an easy fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, things like that. We're talking about somebody that pulls up, always got 3 rounds. Like, he plays the best defense in battle rap. Period. It's just that, again, we just so used to seeing it that it's like we're not going. That's what battle rap fans. That's what the culture does. It's like, okay, we're used to it. It's like, all right, if you're going to do 80 miles through your career, we need you to see you do 95. Or the new nigga that's doing 95 is more important than the nigga that consistently does what he does. That's why, like, a DNA will be talked about like this, or a Top will be talked about like this. It's like, but in reality, like, if a nigga's choking, we ready to kill him. A nigga pull up and always got 3 and always getting the job done, it's still a problem. Yo, what's wrong with T-Top? Ain't shit wrong with him. He been doing what he been doing for the last since he made it to the pros.
Do you got him
I
winning
hear
tonight?
what you're saying.
I gotta
I
watch
hear
it.
what you're saying, Surf.
Oh,
But I
sure.
gotta see it. I gotta say it a little differently. What I'm saying is this: as far as DNA, I've been watching DNA from the beginning of his career. I've never been able to feel his material. He's never been entertaining to me. But I've always respected his craft. I've always respected how hard he
Yeah, I'm
works.
with you.
There's no way in the
See if
fuck
it's
I
light
can
up there
take
for
that
me.
from him.
Nah, I'm with you.
But when you see others that like a Rum, I get pissed off when people like Rum is average. No, Rum is always great. Y'all just used to greatness with him. Rum is somebody that every time he steps on the floor, I feel it. I see it. This nigga is fire. But with DNA, I'm like, all right, here we go.
But that's the funny.
Here we go.
That's the funny part because.
And the thing is, I can feel DNA for 4 minutes. 4 minutes, I'm like, oh, he's fire. After the 4th minute, I'm like, shut up, nigga.
That's the funny part though.
Hey, God.
That's the funny part though, because if you compare some of DNA's rounds to some of his older material when we was coming up, some of his better rounds are coming in these years. Like that's the funnier part.
Yes,
Facts.
they
He's
are.
definitely at his
After
best right
fourth
now.
minute, and see, this is the thing. For me, you
I got
can
it.
oversell it.
And then it's like
For me, you can oversell it. And for me, at this point, DNA is overselling it.
overselling what when you say
Dude,
that,
you
Auntie?
get it. He's overselling himself. It's like tonight. That second round was so motherfucking long, I took a smoke break. I was like, dude, you already did it. It don't, and
But
it's not like
now what if somebody
I don't
looking
get
at
the
it?
hold on, get what I'm saying. I don't get the okay, stop, he's dead, which is what I screamed for Easy in the second round. Stop, he's dead. I don't get that feeling. I get the okay, guy, we get it. You won the round.
I think the gun.
He doesn't give me that.
I think unimportant round. I think. What's the word I'm looking for? Like DNA. Like certain people get certain type of critiques that other people won't like. Like if DNA go and say something like, "Hey, I bet you I can rap without no guns," and actually do it, we'd be like, ah. But then you won't take your favor and say, "Hey, I bet you Nitty can't rap without no punches." Or I bet you,
Here's the
I
thing.
bet you,
I'm not
I
a
bet you
fan of
Geechee
gun
can't rap
bars.
without AMG. I mean, I bet you Geechee can't rap without no real shit, or Surf can't rap without
Here's my
AMG mode.
thing. I'm
We
not
won't
a
put
fan.
them type
I'm
of
not a
pressures
fan
on
of gun
nobody
bars.
else.
I put that pressure on everybody. I can't speak for nobody, but I put the same pressure on everybody. I really do. And it's like for DNA, for me, he has never been entertaining, but I cannot deny who he is and what he has done.
DNA is like DNA's not your preference or style to me.
And
yeah, that's all it is. It's a preference thing. That's all.
All the fans like Giannis right now, and DNA is like Tim Duncan.
You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Like for example, like
And
that's a
I'm a
perfect
Tim
example.
Duncan fan now.
The fans is a
Jeez, I
Giannis
can't
fan
talk to
right
you
now,
about
so it's
Tim
like,
Duncan.
you know what I mean? If you Miles Turner and you doing like, you know what I mean, or you one of these niggas that's doing it, but you not who the fans like.
I don't even think it's
like
that.
Easy ain't the only nigga that won tonight. But go like I pay attention to like, you know, the analyst stuff really make me, you know, I do a little different homework now just to pay attention. Go pay attention to everybody else's mentions compared to Easy's. I'm talking about the time in between them, count them and all that shit. Like Easy has more mentions, and Easy wasn't the only winner tonight, but he got more mentions than everybody else. Why? Because he's in
That's
right now.
because the majority will go with what's in. I've never been one to go with what's in. I stand on my 10. It don't matter. I'm 10 tones down the same way all day. And like I said, I have to respect DNA for what he does. I have to respect that he always shows up. He never chokes.
Typical.
His material, though, after 4 minutes, I'm like, okay, baby, shut up. I've had enough.
Yeah, I think that's just your preference of style. You don't like his style, probably what it is. But DNA, somebody the fans never liked him. DNA has been one of the most hated for like over a decade.
For
They always
years, right?
hated him. So this is not nothing new that they don't like him now. My thing is, I noticed DNA is somebody who the fans don't like him, but the battlers always give him his respect. So I pay attention to that shit more. Like
Is
if all your
URL,
peers,
bro. If you don't got a
yeah, if
fucking
all your
chop, if
peers
you
are
don't got a
telling you.
gun so big that you could drag it down a block, your
It's
rap's
not
not
even
dope.
that. I'm talking about years ago, like to this day. If your peers give you the respect and they say you one of them, like I don't. The fans can hate
Nah,
you. To me,
I've
that's how
been
I
like
see it.
these are fans. I'm here, like I'm watching it from a different angle. Trust me, from the day we started, DNA never rapped like us. Like he never, like it ain't punch to punch to punch. It's not rock. It's not surf. It's not Hitman. It's not, you know what I mean. But it's DNA though. DNA's style was always underappreciated like this, always. But he never was the nigga that just got punched around no beat.
That's
Never, you know what I mean? So you know, like I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad. I don't feel the type of way. Like people's all, like I said, people have always, you know, DNA. We don't believe you. DNA, we don't. Da, 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 like, you know what I mean? We're not gonna act like that. We all adults. You feel me? DNA might have a little believability problem or something. It's just no win with the battle. I was like, all right, cool. They don't believe me, so let me start rapping about real shit, like me being an adult and having kids and my daughter and this, that, and the third. They don't want to believe that shit either. There's no win for losing. I mean, so like I said, you got to be a plug or a shooter in URL.
But that's something everybody has to realize. No matter how good you are, everybody's not gonna like you.
For sure.
There are some people who don't like the Sue Surf. There's some people who don't like the easy to block. Somebody's not gonna like you, and that's okay. You just keep doing your shit. You'll get people like me who I may not prefer your style, but I cannot deny who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't I can't name like I'm to line for line. I'm just not. I can't name 5 people ASAP that just beats that nigga. Sorry. Because I tell you, because I'm calculating everything. You put DNA against one of your favorites, and then they say something like, "Oh, this is a top tier battle, 3 rounds, unlimited rounds," and then DNA raps 8 more minutes than your favorite. Like he raps circles around your favorite. I'm sorry, I'm just not giving it to a nigga because a nigga got mad imaginary guns and name flips. DNA like 25 minutes is impressive in itself. I don't give a fuck what the content is. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. Not stopping, not. I don't give a fuck what the content is. I go downstairs for 20 minutes and come back upstairs and he's still rapping. That other nigga lost. I don't give a fuck what they said.
You serious?
Yo, yes.
What if the material is all like light?
We're not talking because Eunice. I'm not talking because like it's different. Like okay, Sue Surf versus Eunice, 3 rookies versus vets, 3 minutes, 3 rounds. Cool, boom, boom, boom. We're talking about one.
That sounds fire.
Two vets. Shut up.
No, it don't.
Two vets having it don't. 2 vets having a top tier, unlimited battle. The time limit matters. Yes, it's vets that take that into account. Like if this is a untimed battle, like a untimely, you can't pull up with 3 minutes. You actually might get time deducted. The reason we said is unlimited for a reason. So the win that you got, like we just like this culture has tricked it. Like we're in such a bar heavy world right now. If it's not a punch, it don't, bro. It's more stuff to talk about than just a punch.
Sucks.
Okay. But what if it's not an unlimited round, sir? What if it's 4 minutes? If it's set at 4 minutes, but you rap for 6 and your opponent don't stop you?
Oh yeah, then it's like you killing us. But some niggas like, I'm not even certain Mook, Lux, DNA. I'm expecting 7-8 minutes as a fan. If you're not expecting 7-8 minutes from Mook, Lux, and DNA, you don't know battle rap. You show me a 3-minute Murder Mook round, or 3-minute Lux round, or 3-minute DNA round. That's not how they rap.
That's true, but Surf, let me say this. I'm old enough to be from the corner. When niggas rap 12 rounds back and forth, you kept going till you can't go no more. Here's the thing. They kept my attention that whole motherfucking 12. DNA cannot do that for me.
Nah, I'm not, when I'm saying stuff, I'm not saying that you, auntie, I've been got your point. I said you said you don't rock with them. I'm cool with that. It's mad battle rap niggas that I don't rock with. I mean, so I'm cool with that. But I tell you what though, whether you had his attention, whether he had your attention or not, DNA could stand on that corner with whatever niggas you talking about, and he would be rapping with them, and the niggas that you like would like him. That means more. The niggas that you would be on the
you totally have a point. I cannot argue that. You have
the niggas, the niggas that you would be listening to, and you think those niggas is dope, would think that DNA is dope.
Yeah.
I think that because this is a subjective sport, that might mean a little bit more.
It does.
His peers,
I just think that if you go over the limit, it hurts. I think that you can wrap yourself out of a round. Like you can have won the round at 4 minutes, but then after you get to that 5 minutes, 5.5, you done wrapped yourself out of that round. I do think that that's possible. Long round, like even Mook round versus Verb, that 22-minute. Like stop it, don't do that.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm with you 1,000%. I think a long round could make a nigga lose a round. But I've never seen a nigga, and as much as you like the way you saying it sounds good, but you can't name 3 niggas that won the round and then they kept rapping so much. You said, you know what? He lost it. I can't, like, once the niggas won a round and like we want him to stop it now, you won already, quit. But you can't name a nigga that won a round and then he went 4 more minutes and you said, never mind, I take this round back. That's not
I'm
true.
mad, you know what? Because I really can, but I can't. I remember hearing myself. I remember saying, "See, if he'd have stopped right there, he'd have won." But I can't remember who I was saying it about, so that's pissing me off because I got to give you that
Only
point.
time it happened like that is maybe if it's like on some debatable shit, like on some, all right, two niggas going at it, one nigga start wilding, then he go downhill. That's because that means that the round is still in argument, it's still in debate. But if a nigga clearly has a round one and then dumps 4 minutes on that round that you don't like, he's not gonna lose that round because of that. He might get flack for it being long, but ain't nobody about to take that because it's about material. I already said the material that beat you.
It might be like, yo, you know what? He should
Okay.
that for his next round, cut short, but not lose.
Yeah, nah, I don't see us taking back the round because somebody is rapping.
I mean, not unless they
Yeah,
not
he never had it. If anybody get the round take back from them, he never had the round.
Do you
Never
feel
had
like
the round.
Daylyt rap too long?
Yep.
Yeah, I do feel like DNA rap too long sometimes, but I also think that's his style. You know what I mean? It's like, but how do I, if I'm a DNA, right? How do I negate if I know Sue Surf or Twerk or Tay Rock about to pull in here with at least 9, 10 haymakers around, some crazy in between punches? How do I fight that or combat that if I'm not that style of rapper? That's what, like, again, I feel like fans forget there are different styles and different style clashes of rap. So again, if I'm battling somebody with a certain type of style, I can't copy their style to win. I have to do what I have to do in my style to negate what they're doing. Like, I can't name flip with Fonz. I'm gonna go in AMG mode, or I'm going, you know what I mean, like certain shit. Like, I can't do certain, like, I'm not gonna get lyrical with Light, so I'm gonna do. So DNA is not about to punch with Twerk. What does he do? But drop 230 more words on him. That is a talent to me. And why? Because Twerk can't do that the other way. That's what I don't like. I said, but as far as fans, because we take away from what, like a nigga can't do what Nitty could do, but then it's like, bro, hold on, because Nitty can't do what B Dot could do, or such and such. You know what I mean? It's like, your favorite couldn't drop a 25-minute round if they wanted to. That should count for something.
Yeah,
man, that should count for something.
Yeah.
The material got to be fair, though. I don't like when we give people credit. Like, I don't like when they give people credit for just for the sake of freestyling, even if the freestyle didn't hit. Yes, being able to rap for 10 plus minutes without stumbling or nothing else. Okay, yes, that's cool. But if the material ain't bombing, if the material is not heat, I can't give you credit for that. I'm not going to give you credit for attempting a freestyle if that freestyle didn't land just because you tried
Thank
something.
you.
I feel like it's different. I feel like I feel like that's, everybody's with their different opinions, because it's like, whether y'all know it or not, some of your favorites can't freestyle like at all. Like, literally, like, so I'm not talking about getting the words out and the words not, because again, the words are just preference. So whatever the words are right now, they just preference. If somebody can rebuttal 3-4 times before they get into their round, if, like, we might not like it, but some other people like it. There's niggas that can't do that at all.
Man, that's a gift.
So for me, I give points. It might not be, let's say, okay, cool. The lines were a 7, but the fact that you did them on the spot, connected them to certain punches and things, I give credit for that. Maybe it's because I'm an artist, but I give credit for that. Be like, just imagine a nigga not, you ever see somebody walking around while somebody battling and it look like they going over their words? Like he's practicing his rounds to come back right now. And then you got niggas that's just standing there listening to this other man's punches, pulling out his best punches, pulling out his best words and word associations, and making lines for it there on the spot. I give points for that. Like, imagine, like, it's some of these niggas that go home and write for 3 months and don't come up with good lines. Why the fuck am I expecting a nigga to have the best freestyle lines on the spot in the world? Some niggas,
I just say then don't do it.
I disagree. That's almost like saying don't throw the jab. The jab don't knock a nigga out. It's really your power punches that knock a nigga out. Why not throw the? You supposed to throw the jab, because that's what line a nigga up for everything else. So if I'm battling against somebody and we both name flip, okay, that cancel each other out. And then we both got performance, okay, that cancel each other out. So what is one person going to do that the other person not going to do? Okay, let me drop a rebuttal or two on you, regardless of whether one person like it.
Well, if you add another facet to the battle, if you add another facet to the battle and the other person doesn't do anything, that's an automatic full category of the battle where you score points and they got a 0.
Right.
But if we keep it with boxing, like Sir said, you throw the jab, but you miss. Yeah, you don't get that point on the scorecard.
It don't, but it also it's about the whole fight. It's not about a fight ain't about one punch. I could be jabbing just to keep you away from me if we talking about boxing. Like, you have to still, like, when I'm judging battling, I am like, I'm looking at your whole I'm looking at your performance. I'm looking at your cadence, your delivery. Like, everything matters. So if you add in some let's say I'm a judge and I'm a battle rap judge and I don't know anybody. I don't know none of you motherfuckers. I'm walking here, I'm sitting down to judge. And the nigga throws some freestyles in there off of something that's just going on, what you said in a room. I'm not judging. I know those freestyles because it just happened right here. I don't expect those to be the craziest. If they are, he get hella more points. If they not, you get points for the freestyle ability. That is a ability. That's what, not y'all specifically. We just having a convo and just talking. But it's like, that's one of the things that upset me about fans, because it's like a motherfucker, like a player do something that a person could not do at all, and it'll be like, but the freestyling is not normal in front of 3,000 people on a stage, like, consuming information while building bars in front of in front of you. These freestyles that y'all talking about are made up right there on the spot. He can't pull out a pen and a piece of paper. To me, like, when I'm watching as an artist, that's like me seeing a nigga windmill and then I hear a fan behind me like he really was supposed to just put that between his legs. Like, why didn't he just put that? I'm looking back like, if you don't shut up, talking about a fan, like, you here to watch it, like we talking about a nigga freestyling, like, this is a DNA versus Hollow. DNA is rebuttaling what the Hollow the Don is saying, and somebody, I hear somebody behind me like, man, that nigga freestyle, that nigga ass.
But
nobody hate to spit a freestyle right now about what's going on right now, what we talking about. But you did, they could.
All right.
So you thought Hollow's bars after the Psych Out Live was worth it?
No.
Eunice definitely could.
That's exactly what I was talking about, though. He should have scratched it. He didn't need it. He didn't get no points for that thing he said.
Yeah, like,
that's stupid.
Maybe
that's a stupid play, though.
But you don't agree with it. Maybe not the stuff you're necessarily talking about, but it's a lot of times, like, she's right. There's a lot of rebuttals that it's not just that they're not the craziest shit ever, but they're literally shit we could think of ourselves. Like, I swear to God, when somebody has a bar and they're like, you just had a Biggie Faith bar. Well, I got something that'll hit him up. I swear to God, I can think of that on the spot. Like, that's not impressive whatsoever.
But that's, again, this is still like, when you say something like that, like, there's always going to be stuff that could not be said and could be said. That's what comes with your material. So now we're still talking about the specifics of the bar. That's why I said the ability to is what I'm giving a point for. Now, when the bar is good or not good, that's when I judge how many points. You get what I'm saying? It's just me, though. That's all. Like, I'm not saying that you have to, if a nigga says 5 ass lines, just like he just thought, like, no, you're not going to, no, like, all right, cool, freestyle, that's a point. And now these dope compared to what the next nigga said. All right, that's 5 points plus what he said. That's just me.
Yeah, no, I respect it. For me, I wouldn't give points for that because it's, I don't know. If anybody can do it, it's like you might as well just leave that out of the round.
But my thing, so why aren't there more? We can name, it's 3-4 freestylers in your professional top tiers. Why isn't it 23,000? It's 23 battle rappers.
I don't feel like that, though. I feel like a lot of people freestyle, just a lot of people aren't known for it. A lot of people might not do it on like a Chef Trez, DNA, Hollow level, but I mean, a lot of people freestyle.
Just hearing y'all say anybody could do it, just like to say any of this, like, that's like,
anybody can.
No, there's some, like, the bars that I'm referencing. Sometimes people will just say anything.
See, you going into specific bars now, though, Greedy. But I'm just talking about the talent, the ability of freestyling. Like, that's Let's not
Right,
say
but
that.
you freestyled
I'm
in,
saying like
your battle
anybody.
versus Hollow, but that's not something you do regularly, but clearly you have the capability to do so.
No, Surf is a rebuttal a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm not
That
saying
does I
like
rebuttal
anybody in the.
actually more.
Now
I
Surf
rebuttal
can
more.
you can
No,
rebuttal.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying that like anybody in the world could do it, Surf. I'm saying like if you're on a
No.
not
URL stage and you're
right.
having like basic I feel like anybody else on that URL stage could have just say that, but people would just rather like
I'm
it's
with you.
not a fire bar.
Right, I'm with you.
I think DNA showed that it was levels to freestyling tonight because all his freestyles were crazy. Like they
He
were
really
well
did.
thought out and formed. We
Nah,
know who the
like
better
DNA
freestyler
does it.
between him and Hollow is now.
DNA kind of does it like effortlessly now when it comes to
Now
freestyle.
you in the club and your life on the line. That was incredible. Like, and that had happened like maybe 15 seconds ago, and he had a different rebuttal before that.
I think he rebutted like every
Like
round. I
I
was
said,
like,
come on. Like I
damn.
seen
All the time.
Sharon's performance before this. I ain't get to watch his shit. Sharon's performance before this motherfucker rebutted in the middle of his material off of something that like, yeah, nah. I'm talking about. That's why I'm not just talking about the bars that y'all hate. I'm talking about the niggas that I consider freestylers. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's
Nah,
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
not. Yeah, no.
My space.
Charlie Clips is not. Anybody can't do that. DNA, anybody can't do
Right.
that. Sharon, anybody can't do. Those the niggas I'm talking about. Even the shit I do
No,
is
them
just
all
like
facts.
the shit I do.
No,
Like I might
Sharon
hear
was going
one,
crazy
I
versus
might hear
T-Top
one
today
bar,
too.
and I'm locking in on that bar the whole time. Like, all right, cool. I'm about to flip that. That's me flipping a bar. Like to me, that's a quick rebuttal. That's not freestyling. Like what these other niggas be doing. Like a lot of us could do that. Could hear a bar and then flip it. It's a rebuttal, quick little rebuttal. But some
Can
niggas,
I ask y'all a question?
A
So like,
rebuttal isn't a freestyle though.
no,
No,
it is, but
definitely.
it's like it's hard to explain. Like as far like if you say
It's
something
like a square and a
right, if
rectangle.
you say thank you, if you say something dope and I hear it and they react to it, that gives me the notion to all right, cool. I'm gonna say something back to that. Yes, it's a freestyle because it's a free like, but it's a rebuttal to what you said. You know what I'm saying? But when I start going 3, 4, like I got 3, 4 punches of what you said, and I'm still going for 2, 3 minutes. I'm freestyling. This is literally
Okay.
this is all
Okay.
like you gotta think about it. By the time I get to let's say a nigga go first, and I'm gonna rebuttal something he said in his first 24 lines. By the time I get to me about to rebuttal that, I thought of that, and now it's a premeditated. It's not a freestyle if you want to be technical. Cause I just thought about that while you were rapping, and then I said it. Niggas is clips is going off the top as he's going against B Dot. His second is not made at all until old girl says something, and then he say, "Why you talking?" And then she say something else, and then he do. That's literally coming off.
Okay. I got you now. So it's
That's literally
everything
as he's
after the
going.
rebuttal, if you go on, that makes it a freestyle.
Yeah, a rebuttal. I mean, I respect rebuttals though all the way like the same, keep it 1,000. But I'm just saying like freestyling is
Okay.
like he's walking it down, like you know what I mean, like walking this conversation now.
No, that's what's up. I actually thought they was the same. So I was genuinely
They
asking
might
about
be
the
the same to
difference because I
somebody.
always treated them as
My
the
word ain't
same.
law. That's just my opinion. They might be the same thing to somebody, but I kind of feel like a rebuttal is premeditated at least a little bit.
I don't know. Because a rebuttal, because like sometimes,
You can
because a
have a
rebuttal.
pre-written rebuttal too. That's what
Now
the
you can, but
pre-buttals.
like you
No, that's a
definitely
fact.
can. But like I respect those rebuttals as freestyles because like you know you're like you're for like the setup isn't just anything. You're correlating it. You said yada yada yada, and then you make a flip on it. So I still count that as a freestyle.
Yeah, well, but like what he's saying in the sense like if 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 DNA has this bar and then Surf thinks about it and comes up with a flip and then his round starts 4 or 5 minutes later, it's not really a freestyle because he'd been thought of it.
But that's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right? Exactly. Let's say so. Cool. We talking about these long DNA rounds, right? So within DNA's first a minute 30, he says something dope, and then he raps for another 5 minutes. I've already thought about what I'm saying, like what I'm about to say to him. Like that's not so much as freestyle to me as after I say that when I keep going. And nigga, you also said like then it's gonna get to a point where I'm thinking of this as I go. That's all I'm saying. Like and I know that when a nigga's just freestyling compared to that line that he thought about while the other nigga was rapping. Like that first one is a rebuttal. The rest of that shit is like, all right, he's freestyling right now. A clips round for B-Dot tells you that. That's it. Clips don't know what the fuck he gonna say in that second round until it start happening. That's a freestyle. It's literally rapping as he go.
Okay.
I honestly believe that a freestyle and a rebuttal are two totally different things.
But they can happen
And they
simultaneously
go hand
Yes,
because
in
they
hand.
can.
yeah.
Yes, they can, and they
Because a
definitely do, but
freestyle
they're totally different things.
because a freestyle doesn't even have to be a rebuttal. That's why they're the same, but they different. Because if a nigga start, like, let's say you say whatever you say, I start talking about what's in the room, little shorty in the front row, like, I don't. A rebuttal is basically in reference to something that you said. If somebody starts rapping off the top of the dome, but they don't say about anything that you said, they're not rebuttaling, but they still freestyling.
Yeah. Like
That's a
Okay.
Clips third
okay.
versus
Make a
Geechee. He's
point,
literally
sir.
going around the room just pointing shit out and rapping about it. That's not rebuttaling anything Geechee was saying.
Or when he did
Okay,
Facts.
I
when he
get it
did it
now.
and
I
he
get it
did it
now.
versus he did it Kings versus Queens when he walking around the room talking about the walls and the stairs and that's just freestyling.
But people don't like
Wait,
when
wait,
That
wait, wait.
helps.
That's
Yep.
not.
That
That's,
people
make
don't like when
that
clips
makes the difference a little bit clearer right there.
you still
people
think
don't
that's a
like when
freestyle?
clips
He
do
could
it
have like
because they feel
walked
like
at the
he's
venue
But
talking
one of
and
about
y'all,
all
them.
of
one of
that,
y'all,
and then
Sway, then Eunice.
my bad.
Oh my bad. I was just saying people don't like when clips do it because they can tell he's doing it because he's which I understand. He's like, oh, man, I'm gonna try to get my way out of this somehow if I can't remember my material. But they like don't like that. It's like, oh, it's not like okay, like DNA's freestyle and be like formulated, well thought. He like the one he battled was like he looked at old boy's chain and he looked at it and then he made a freestyle in the middle of his round or like he in the beginning of his round. Like that's well crafted and thought out. Because it's like, dude, you just forgot your whole round. You just pointing at random shit and trying to freestyle your way out of the round. But I don't know what y'all want him to do. I don't know.
But I think that's a point to what we were saying as far as the thought out freestyle compared to the right there going with what was going. Eunice, what you were saying, Eunice?
Is that what Clips did considered like a freestyle still simply based off the fact that like he could have walked in the venue saying all of that and then just kept that in the tuck just in case something happened.
I mean, for sure. Like like that's almost like subconscious. Like you see the walls and the steps and and most rappers like that shit. Like Clips, I know Clips personally, so I mean, but like Clips is not in there like writing notes. I promise you not. Like he's really
Okay.
not. You know what I mean? Type shit. But it's people that do that for sure.
What do you feel is the relation to that and like things like I know there's rappers like Hollow and Pat Stay and even now Real Sick says he does it where they don't really write in rounds, they write in like sections. So depending on how the battle's going or how they're feeling, they could just like say this here, say that there, all that.
It's a lot of you're writing in chunks, like you're writing in successions or stanzas, I guess. Like
And
it's
both
almost
that
like
like Hollow and Pat Stay are really good freestylers and rebuttalers too.
yeah, like the better freestylers like like they could bounce in between them. Like it's almost like writing in paragraphs. I'm gonna write a whole bunch of paragraphs, and now I know if I know 22 paragraphs is 3 rounds, I can mix and match these paragraphs to hell to you for you. You know what I mean? But that's a tough. Like I said, maybe I don't got that ability.
You
So
don't?
nah, I'm not writing in
Yeah,
paragraphs.
like like Arsenal do that too. He could jump in and out. He could freestyle, jump in and out of his rounds.
Yeah, nah,
Facts.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
I
No,
don't.
no, no.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm more of a teller, but that's all technical. It's per person. I'm more of a technical person. Like I'm technical, so like I'm writing this specifically this way for you. So I'm not gonna wait till I get in front of 3,000 people to want to play. Like you know what I mean, like to want to play Doctor Stitch. Like no, I stitched this the way I did at home. You're gonna take this like this. Pause. Like this is the way you're gonna get these rounds.
It's one of the reasons I like you. It's because you tailor your material. Me
I
myself,
see you
I
breaking up
don't
on my
like
end.
people.
Yeah, I'm not a
Okay.
Pardon me.
4 bar. Like I'm not no 4 bar nigga. Like at all. Like I'm not into that. Like
I'm
four
not a
bar
four
shit.
bar. I don't particularly like the four bar.
Let there
The
be
four
light.
bar. I'm not. It'd be like what? For real? Okay, whatever.
Hey Devon.
Hello.
Oh, he's here. What the? Wasn't
I
looking at my
told you
phone.
let there be light.
I wasn't looking at my phone. That's why.
Hey Daylyt.
Hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
A little happy, a little sad.
Why is that? What's going on, bro?
Another pen ran from me, but that's another story though. That's not for the public. Somebody else popping shit, running their mouth. Got a phone call for me in the contract. Said he working on this album. He can't. But that's another story.
Wonder
Want to see my
who.
contract?
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Okay. Yeah. Another pen spent off on me though. I'm waiting for the. I mean, for Kingpin, but right now and shit, no. So I'm a little depressed right now. Somebody ran from me.
It sucks, man. Like I tell you, when you're done playing with those humans, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, where you at right now today? Mars, Jupiter, where you at? Yeah.
I'm on Earth, but just not y'all Earth, like Earth 656.
Oh, all right. Well, you're the only person there though, so it's like easy to rule your world.
Nah, there's other people here. There's other people here. Thanos, Ursula, the Judge, Galactus. There's other people here.
Tell Galactus I said hey. Tell Galactus I said hey.
Hey, yo, Galactus. What's up? Surf said what up? All right.
Silver Surfer, man.
My dog.
That's a good. Get that.
That's a good nigga. I'm not gonna lie, Galactus a good dude for real.
Yo, what you think about those battles today, sir?
I had a DNA like, yo, first, yo, is these like niggas is getting like Cassidy syndrome, yo. Like, have you been comparing what niggas talking these face-offs and like what they saying to what they doing? Maybe it's just me, right? But Hollow didn't look like nothing what he talk about. Like the way he was talking to DNA, like, I'm gonna show you. Like DNA walked through Hollow. If you ask me,
Hollow ain't looked like nothing for a long time, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Hollow was talking mad jail shit too.
Hey, Surf, you know what it is? You
What's
found
that?
the second level, so now that shit don't look good no more. You found it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I beat Hollow when I was in stage 1.
But
respectfully,
nah.
be honest.
But nah, like what they did today was fire, but it just as we thought.
It don't look good to the scary niggas. That's all it be. It just don't like we gonna keep it 100. Like you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like it's a few of us. It's only a few of it's a few niggas out here that's just outer worldly, and that shit be looking normal to the scary niggas. That's all. That shit look chopped cheese.
Sir, if you don't feel like DNA was turning up on that nigga?
DNA's like an alien to me. Like I don't like I know how people don't I literally know all the way why people don't like DNA and how they don't like DNA, but he's a complete alien to me. Like
we
I
just had a
didn't respect him enough.
Conversation about DNA. Can we move on?
I don't know the last time he lost.
No, I know people don't like DNA.
Yeah, I know
he lost to B-Dot.
And I had a highs and a lows. I asked King
Low.
Lows.
He lost to Dot Greedy?
Hey,
Light. He lost to B-Dot.
I didn't have it like that, but
hey, Light, you watched the whole event, Daylyt?
Yeah, I watched it all, man.
Who you had? Who you had? Easy or Verb?
It was a good battle. My only gripe would be Verb stopped mad short.
Which round? Or all his rounds? Really?
I think all of them. All of them. I think all of them. He was just mad short.
And that's no funny shit. Like right when when Easy like that's one thing I always tell Easy, right? Like anytime Easy like hit me around, I'm like, yo, this is like it's like a long round. You feel me? Like his rounds is always set at like 4:15, 4:30, shit like that. Like, and that to me, that was what it was for me. It was like because I'm crossing them off like they both consistent. They both was consistent, decent round, right? But then I'm like, it just seemed like Easy's going a little bit more each round. Maybe I'm crazy, but it seemed like he's giving up more each round.
No, he built up every round. Like he was up. He was ranked up.
I thought Verb's third was crazy. He just cut it wild short. I thought Verb was snapping in that third though.
Nah, he cut his third super short. It was super short.
And I'm a nigga no funny. I've been talking about this in the last couple of spaces. I ain't really a OD Verb fan like that. I've been saying like he cool, but I thought he was going in. I'm listening to this shit. I'm at the kids' party. Shit on my ear like, yo, this shit going crazy right now. And the nigga cut it like halfway short. I was a little tight about that.
So what you had? What you scored it? Just cause.
I had to get the replay because that second round was too choppy. But I mean, I had Verb on the first. The second round, it felt like Easy was winning, but I missed a lot of this shit because of how the stream was going. And the third is a toss. I thought Verb material was better in the third, but I thought he was too short to win. You know what I mean? Like I thought if he had another minute and a half, he would have cleared him. But I think Easy was doing enough and rapped long enough where it was like I felt like Easy rapped like 15 minutes, my nigga. No cap.
I don't feel like that shit was that close at all to the point where if Verb would have had another minute in his third.
Easy third was super crazy. Like even
I think his
No,
second.
yeah, I
I think
thought the
his
third was clear as
second
day.
was.
I ain't gonna lie.
The third
and
was
I wanted it for Verb, but I thought the second and third was not even in the same ballpark.
And she from St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, I had to spin it back then because I just know from what I
though.
was hearing, I was like, yo, Verb going
He
in.
is gun title though.
Easy wrote up too though. He got stronger each round to me. Like his rounds.
Facts. His third was his best round.
Yeah.
So I got to spin it again.
Hey, Daylyt.
So will we see a surf in Daylyt this year?
Yes.
Daylyt finished his rounds already.
The wrong person answered me. Daylyt.
Yes.
Hello, Light.
He here, but he's not here. Okay. He finished his rounds already for me.
Oh, really?
Fact.
Yeah. So, you know.
Hey, what you think about that? Do you think Surf, do you think Cal gonna be chest his hardest match today?
Hold on,
his
boss.
what?
Before we get there.
I'm asking Surf's opinion. Do you think Calico gonna be chest his hardest match today?
Before we get there, I'm a little confused. Daylyt said yesterday, maybe the day before, that he was looking for this guy named Loaded Lux. But he wrote his rounds for Surf already? What's going on?
Well, I'm really, Auntie, I'm really, like special. Like
I know, baby. I know.
I'm really special. Like I got the glow, Auntie. So like that's not really like that's actually, it's hats off to me. Like Daylyt ain't writing his rounds for nobody like this early. I might not see Daylyt till
Surf,
no.
You're not that special, Surf. I got rounds for everybody already done. Every single battle
Oh
rapper.
my gosh, whatever. Wait, Devon. When I was saying I was special, I wasn't saying I was special because of you having rounds. I'm special because like I'm really like different. Like I wasn't saying special. Like I was saying like the Glow Golden Child special, not like I'm special because you wrote your rounds for me.
Yeah, no, I'm
you
done.
know that though.
I'm done. You might want to get off these spaces though, Trip. Cause I'm done, sir.
Daylyt don't even like don't even play with Earthlings. That puts me in a class on my own itself. Daylyt want to battle Surf and Lux.
But we know you're not an Earthling. I'm just asking, Daylyt, what's going on? So you looking for both of them?
This is my thing, man.
Don't downplay it, Devon.
I wasn't gunning for Surf, but I seen him get his golden hair in his last couple of battles. So I said, all right, come on up here.
You just know I could go Super Saiyan.
So will we see both of those this year or just one?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Look, I'm already paid for the battle. My contract is already done. It's just up to them. I'm already paid. I already have my deposit.
Talk.
Yeah, they ain't got. I'm in another contract right now. I ain't get to yours yet.
Woo.
So I'm worried about some other shit right now. I mean, this other pin duck just ducked me, so now I'm actually in a bit of a pickle. Pause. I mean, so right now I actually don't know who I'm battling because somebody just took me then backed out because they're working on their album.
I'm trying to see because who else do music that's a paying like that?
Exactly. That better be a fucking Grammy Award winning album.
That should have ducked.
A battle that would have elevated him.
That's crazy.
I for sure would have.
Damn, because I don't make music. That's crazy.
Wait, Chilla? Wait, hold on.
But y'all got on TV.
A battle that would have elevated him, like.
You want to I realize that it's like in sense, like in the theory of things, beating Surf just makes so much sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like niggas just feel like, but in reality, when you really call a nigga 30 days before and say, yo, you got to battle Surf in 30 days, a nigga don't really feel comfortable just putting, like, I'm not about to beat Surf in 30 days.
Facts.
That's it. So when they get that phone call, hey yo, look, we just censored the contract. Da, da, da. Look, it's on you. What's up? March 27th. Ah man, I got my tape coming out, and everybody fucking Jay-Z. Fuck out of here. Hey Devon.
So
Hey,
they come up with excuses, sir.
I need to get to the bottom of this because I don't know no other pen niggas like that.
Yo, do
Your
we know
fucking
these
your
niggas'
fucking
albums?
child. Your
This nigga
child
got
ducked me.
albums we know?
Your child is hilarious, sir.
Oh,
You could just
the kid. Okay, I see child, kid, the
you
kid.
could just
Okay, all right.
you could just call me. You know that? Don't act crazy for these people. You could just call me. I'll tell you. But yeah, man, my bag almost got fucked up. So I might,
Yo, I about to miss this shit. How y'all niggas caught the other two shits?
So wait a minute. Surf is saying that people come up with excuses for him when it's 30 days long. Daylyt is saying he don't understand what's going on. Am I getting this correct?
What's up, yo? Alright. I don't know what Devon talking about, man. That nigga crazy.